Are you trying to find the perfect name for your twins? Afraid that you're going to pick the wrong names and they're going to be stuck with them forever? Well, this video will help you solve that dilemma. I have specific tips and tricks for naming your twins so that you don't regret that decision later. Remember that your twins are unique individuals. Even if they are identical twins, they still are very unique. Now, if you're expecting twins, it may be hard to identify those unique natures right now, but once they are born, you're going to see them manifest almost immediately in their behavior, personalities, likes and dislikes, preferences, schedules, habits, you name it. So remember their individuality when you are naming your twins. Now, here are some questions and things to consider when naming your twins. Some of these questions are applicable to both singletons and to twins, but they are important so that you pick a good name. Does the name remind you of someone who drove you crazy? Ex-girlfriend, your old boss, someone you didn't like? Don't use that name. What are the nicknames for this name that you're considering? Are they good nicknames? Could they be used against the child by bullies? Do you want to honor a family member, maybe your father, your grandfather, or someone in your family history? Perhaps there's a name that you can pull from your ancestors that would be a great name for one of your twins. Will the name be easy to say and to spell? Your child is going to have to repeat that name over and over and over again. You want to make it as easy as possible for your child to help others spell their name. Will your twin's name still sound good way into the future? Imagine that she's graduating from college and they're reading her name while she walks across the stage to receive her diploma. Will that name be something that you're proud of? Something that she's proud of? How will your child's name sound on a resume when they're applying for a job? How will that name sound on a Nobel Prize that, of course, your child is going to earn? Naming two babies at the same time comes with great responsibility and also complexity. So let's talk about a few things you can do and consider when naming your twins. You can name your twins two names that start with the same letter. For example, Matthew and Michael. By both starting with the same letter, it indicates, that they are a pair, they're a set, they're twins. But there is a potential downside of this as well. When you go to call after your child, because they both start with the same sound, you will find yourself stuttering over those names until your mouth settles on the right name to call out to the child in that instance. You may consider naming your children in birth order. Remember, during all those ultrasounds that you get during the twin pregnancy, the doctors are always going to refer to them as baby A and baby B. You can use that A and that B in the names that you pick for your children. For example, baby A could become Abigail, and baby B could become Benjamin. It's a subtle nod to their birth order and what they went through during pregnancy as twin A and as twin B, without being overtly in your face as far as birth order goes. When naming your twins, you may be tempted to use a paired set of names. For example, Faith and Hope. Be careful when using paired names because they put your twins together, for better or for worse, as a set, as a group. People will start to refer to them not only as the twins, but that will be reinforced because of the names that you have given them. So if their names always go together, it's going to reinforce the fact that they're just twins and not necessarily unique individuals, and that may be a challenge for people getting to know the unique aspects of each of your children. Avoid stereotypical twin names like Luke and Leia or Bonnie and Clyde. Hey, I love Star Wars as much as the next guy, but there's no way I'm going to name my boy-girl twins Luke and Leia. That's something that they're going to have to live with for the rest of their lives. Try to avoid very similar sounding names like Jaden and Caden. They may sound cute together, however, it does create some potential complexity and challenges in the real world, particularly in the world of medical records and school records. Anytime someone is going to take the information from your twins or from you as the parent and going to be doing data entry on that information into a medical system, into record keeping, into school registration, you name it, there is a possibility that your twins will get mixed up. Now, if one of your twins ends up getting assigned to the class at school of the other twin, that's not the end of the world, it'll get sorted out. But for example, if one of your twins has a medical condition which requires medication, and the twins get switched up in that manner, you can have serious ramifications if the twin who is not needing the medicine gets that medicine. Remember that not all names are created equal. So if you name one of your twins Jacob and the other of your twins Jehoshaphat, there's something out of balance there. One of your twins is going to have a very easy name, easy to say, easy to spell, easy to share with others, and the other twin is going to be constantly correcting others on how to say their name, spell their name, and it's going to be a heavy burden. Don't immediately pick a favorite twin by bestowing upon them a super easy name. That's just not fair to your twins. Make sure that they're equally balanced. Either two easy to say, quick names, or two more rich, complex names, but make it balanced. You may also consider picking a name that means twin. If you have a family heritage or history from another country, or use other languages in your home, or your family speaks other languages, those are perfect sources to pull names and words from that you can use to name your children that also mean behind the scenes twin. It could be your own secret little code because no one else may know that that word does in fact mean a twin. Okay, let's talk about unisex names. Now these are a challenge for anyone calling your child by their name. Names like Taylor, Jesse, Drew, or Avery. Unisex names like these could fit on both a boy and a girl. So if you have twins, and maybe they're boy-girl twins, and you give them a unisex name, people are not going to know which name goes with the boy and which name goes with the girl, unless those names are very clearly masculine and feminine. We've talked a lot about some things to consider when naming your twins. But you may look at that long list and think, that's a lot of stuff to juggle and to balance. But you know what? You don't have to come up with any special names for your twins. You could just name them as if they were each individual unique singletons. Because the fact of the matter is, they are both very unique personalities and unique individuals. In our home, we ended up naming our girls two names that are not paired together. They're not rhyming names. They don't even start with the same letter. For one of them, we went back in our family history and found a name that we liked. And for the other, we just came up with a name that sounded great. Once you settle on a pair of names that you want to have for your twins, it is okay to wait until they're born to decide which child gets which name. You may be looking at the ultrasounds and see baby A and see baby B and just know that baby A is going to be this name and baby B is going to be this other name. But if you wait till you see them at birth, you'll immediately start to see their physical differences, even if they're identical, and you'll see those personality differences in their movements and their behaviors and their temperaments, even in those first couple minutes, first hours, the first day that you're with them. And what this will allow you to do is put the name with the right baby, even if the name that you were considering for baby A really fits better on baby B or vice versa. Remember that no matter what you name your twins, those names are going to grow on those children. Over a course of days, weeks, years, you're going to look back and think, you know, I cannot imagine calling them anything else. That's what they are. Their name is them. It is their identity. The final name check that you have to do is practicing calling out the names of your twins rapid fire. Go to the back door of your house, open the door, and yell into the backyard, calling your twins for dinner. If you can rattle off those names very quickly, boom, boom, one after the other, and they roll off your tongue, they sound normal, they don't sound weird to the neighbors, then you have a great set of names. If you've already picked names for your twins, why don't you share in the comments how you came to that decision, how you reconciled your differences with your partner, and where you found inspiration for finding names for your twins. As a parent of twins, I know you love to celebrate your unique role as a parent of twins. As such, you should pick up a shirt just like this, Game of Twins. You can find this shirt at twintshirtcompany.com. You should check out my other videos that you see here for more helpful tips and tricks on preparing for having and raising twins.